Hello there, beautiful Aries. Welcome to your weekly read. I mean, look, it's really getting to the point where these are monthly at times. Take it as you will. I do have and set an intention to read these, within the 7 days. So it is really like a weekly read when they come out. So I'm going to begin with an opening prayer. Father, we lift Aries before you, asking for courage that is guided by love, passion that is purified by truth, and strength that is surrendered to your will. May their fire burn as holy light, never as destruction. In Jesus' holy name, amen. So beginning here with a 4 bodies of existence read, I'm already feeling constriction within the sacral chakra, solar plexus. So some deep emotional healing and some relinquishing of free will, moving into divine will. I can feel and sense here we do have the Queen of Wands in reverse, which is interesting because there was a card left out of the deck. However, I am in the flow here. I'm just going to keep going. It was the Emperor in reverse as well. So, there does seem to be some restriction, if you will, just in regards to any structures, that you have put your faith in that are not of God, like they are falling away here. We do have fatigue, demands, and spite in the physical body of existence. So, you could be dealing with someone here, Queen of Wands in reverse, like that you may feel spiteful towards. You don't want to contact them, you don't want to communicate to them because, you're doing things out of spite, or you're viewing someone like this is a feminine energy. So again, it's in the physical. It may suggest that this is a feminine in your reality, Aries. For some of you, it is you. I can see this energy upon you. Again, there's different souls moving forth here in the collective of Aries. But overall, in the physical, there is a Queen of Wands, that represents a feminine acting out of spite. So, there's some lack of awareness within this being, and it's either you're communicating to this person and there is a frequency of spite, like it just keeps coming up very strong, but like you don't want to let go of your opinion, Aries. You don't want to let go of your truth. You don't want to let go of anything that you have created in the physical realm, especially in regards to materialistic things, monetary gain, etc. But very interesting. There is like a self-actualization that is a difficult bridge to cross here. But Aries, I see you've succeeded and you are stronger for it. Although along the way you seem to have drawn like into yourself. Introversion is perfectly fine. And so long as you are being true to yourself, you should maintain whatever distance you need to keep the clarity you've fought so hard for. So I feel like there is a distance, a separation between you and another being, Aries, or again, you and another being. You're keeping your distance. Like there seems to be a triggery type of being here in your physical reality, and you're keeping distance from them. They may be an energy vampire. They may be like just too overwhelming. But this person has definitely hurt you. Like there is like spiteful acts. Again, it just keeps coming up with this spiteful energy. Like this spiteful acts, like overall the silence. If you are keeping silent or someone is keeping silent, it's out of spite, all right? Someone is definitely butthurt here. Someone, it could be like a friend, family, worker, mother, sister, type of energy here. But like it's definitely... And if it doesn't resonate with you in regards to that, you're like, oh, I don't have a feminine around me, like, and you're the feminine, it's you, okay? So just take it as you will. There seems to be a little bit of discourse and a little bit of separation, perception of a person or even people's that... It's interesting because the Emperor card came out, was left out with it. So it's a controlling type of energy, Aries. There's a sense of, I don't want to let go of control. I don't want to lose control. Because you don't know what will happen. Like if you lost control, maybe you'd say some harsh words. So I feel like the silence here is, yes, it's out of spite, but it's better than saying harsh words out of spite. Okay, so very interesting. Emotional body of existence, we have the Three of Cups. So look, there is 3 people involved in this situation. Again, it could be you and 3 other people, or it could just be like 3 people. You know, it's really a weird energy to actually pick up on. The Three of Cups represents reunion. It does represent indulgence and community as well. So again, this situation does involve like peoples. A lot of people are caught up in this energy. Maybe a lot of people were confused or hurt about this certain situation. For some of you, this hasn't occurred. This is going to occur this week. So this is some forethought for y'all. But the Three of Cups encourages you to acknowledge the relationships you've built and take some time to get together with those closest to you. Laugh, talk, share a meal, and recharge your creative energies with love and support of those near you. This is a time for celebration, whether it's for yourself or for someone else. This is actually, this Three of Cups here in the Animal Tarot comes up on page 144. So I can see the fingers pointing here, Aries. Stop looking at everyone in the external and defining yourself in regards to those reflections. You've really got to look within. And 144 symbol coming up, you are androgynous. So where is your twin soul, whether masculine or feminine? And it is time for you to move into reunion with them. You're past your hardships and are in a period of heightened socialization. So who knows, maybe you'll meet someone with a similar goal, or you will unify with your divine love. So, ultimately, these animals here look very similar. So it's interesting. For some of you, you'll have created and attracted a shadow twin, someone that, you've questioned, is this my soulmate? Is this my twin flame? Or it's just like this uncanny mirror, oh my God, this person reminds me of my perceived twin flame, but yet they trigger the hell out of me. It seems to be some shadow healing. God has willed, manifested this individual that is mirroring your true twin, right? Ace of Swords, there is a notion here, a nudge for your Aries to communicate to anyone that divine is leading you to communicate to. Because at the beginning of this reading, I really tapped into a relinquishing of free will into divine will. And what I'm actually seeing is, despite at the basis of it, you speak to God within every moment. So, it could be that there's a little bit of spite in regards to, or resistance in regards to God leading you, back to reunite with someone, or to let go of and release this, maybe for some of you even addiction to looking externally and seeking validation outwards. Again, I don't feel like you'll really give a shit, Aries, in regards to what other people think, but it's the fact that your reality keeps manifesting patterns, right, in regards to certain people's behaviors. Just speak your truth in regards to how you feel. This is the emotional body of existence with Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords represents clear communication. It also represents new communication. So yes, I do see you're meeting new people, places, situations, and things, but because this is the reunion card with the Three of Cups, it does talk about celebrating and, there being a third party, a soul that is actually a mediator in helping you move towards reunion with your twin. Now, even the dark side agenda is love. So even if there is this person that is triggering you in the physical reality, you're just being triggered yourself through the mirror effect, just know that it is all for you. Everything that you experience is for you. And until you respond instead of react, out of an outdated program of a trauma, or something of the sort. There's just a triggery type of situation here, and I feel like for a lot of y'all, it's either like a family friend or like a work colleague, you know, that is mirroring and triggering you back into connection with God, therefore connection with your twin. All right, so it's a really hard energy to actually explain like what I'm going. It's interesting because I just moved into the I am presence of the Aries, like what I'm going through, you know, like, I mean, I'm Aries moon and Aries Mars, so I get it. I move into the I am presence. But anyway, Page of Swords. You know, mentally you're thinking like, I need to speak the truth. I really need to speak the truth, maybe even to more than one person. Because again, this one person, Queen of Wands, has kind of triggered you into connecting. Maybe you've been speaking about it with other people. But really, the true trinity is you, your twin flame, and God. Like, I just want to keep bringing that up. Like, that's the basis of it. That's the truth. You speak to God in every moment. You speak to you in every moment. You speak to your twin in every moment. You're multidimensional. So the Page of Swords coming here is inquisitive, liveliness, and fairness. So this is the cockatoo standing firmly on the blade of a Chris, and the sword pointing in one direction, while the bird faces the opposite. A symbol of spirit, cockatoos are talkative, inquisitive birds. They are eager to take in the world around them, and they enact positive movement when they take flight. The Page of Swords remind us to reduce wasteful actions, keep our mental agility, and avoid any conflicts that prevent us from flying free. So that's where your mindset is at. You know, you definitely don't want to manifest any conflict. You know, however, there is a lot of like harsh perceptions, maybe even projections, judgments, expectations, and attachments flying around in regards to the souls involved in this situation. But the Page of Swords here does symbolize passion, vigilance, and speaking out against justice. So Aries, if you are witnessing some type of injustice, speak about it. If it's happened in the past, right, it's like really asking yourself, you know, there seems to be some manipulation. There seems to be a feminine energy here that is talking trash, like ultimately, and exaggerating a situation. Individually, Aries, you're bursting with inspiration and enthusiasm, and you have a great idea for the future that you're, you know, champing at the bit to begin working towards. But take this as a sign, Aries, that it's time to explore new ideas and ways of thinking. You are capable of anything, and you should definitely act now while the excitement is still fresh. Communicate with others and explore new ways of getting your point across. Take heed that though anything seems possible right now, things may still go wrong. Check in on your energy reserve so you don't run out of steam halfway to the finish line. So it's like this too shall pass. It's like you've got to, can't go under it, can't go over it, got to move through it. And there is a lot of souls involved. They're karmic lessons, tests, which in truth are blessings here. They're soul contracts. Again, the sword coming through, you may want to do a cord cutting session if you're, you know, feeling like this is getting a little bit too much. You're definitely thinking about it at night, reminiscing, but also ruminating on certain spoken words, you know, situations, manifestations, other people's behaviors. There's just a lot going on, and it seems like you're a little bit sensitive right now in regards to the souls around you. Again, fun times with the souls that are closest to you, if you will. We have the High Priestess here, so, you know, there is a maturity, evolution of the feminine aspect, somewhat moving from just say the daughter to the maiden to the mother to the crone, like that type of evolution going on. But the High Priestess here, like, you know, either way, you are definitely in touch with your feminine essence, this higher self, which is your soul. You're androgynous, so tap into your feminine essence. Connect to Sophia Christ. You could book in to a message from Sophia. See what the feminine synergy of God, the mother of your soul, like has to say for you. Connecting to Mother Nature. To be honest, that's actually the discord here overall. Again, like I said, you speak to you in every moment, you and God in every moment. There must be this awareness, communication, and accepted nurturing from the Divine Mother here overall, because it's in the spiritual body of existence. I wouldn't have brought it to the top level unless it was in the spiritual body of existence here with the High Priestess. However, whether you're the feminine or you are androgynous, you have a feminine, right? Like the feminine here, your feminine is very powerful, very strong, very intuitive, very psychic, very magic as well. And we have 2 cards popping out here for the spiritual body of existence. Like there has been heartbreak, I don't know. There is some witchcraft coming through as well. Like the fact that I said baking, you know, witches bake with a lot of intention and etc. Like, you know, they cook up a storm of spells, if you will. That's not necessarily the energy. However, I do see it in the lineage of the feminine here. But there has been some walking away, abandonment, heartbreak, like I'm not good enough for you type of situation that is going on underneath overall this situation, but you can't go under it, can't go over it, you got to move through it. And there are certain soul contracts here that have been manifested due to ignorance and suppression of what was seen in the divine mirror, right? Like remember that time, Aries, where you were connected to you, where you were connected to the higher power, where you were connected to manifestation, miracles, signs, synchronicities. You know, that's ultimately you rejecting yourself if you don't go back or take that time to go back into those moments and not recreate, but just simply find the magic in the little things from your androgynousness, right? Sometimes we find the magic in the little things and we're just, you know, 100% feminine and like, oh, my masculine wouldn't understand this. No, or my feminine wouldn't understand this. You need to be in balance, in union within is the phrase that I'm looking for, you know, to truly conquer whatever is going on, because the external is a reflection of the internal, and there is a lot of shit going on internally, you know, going to bed at night, laying there in your bed and, you know, suppressing, burying, laying on top of your truth. This is why the Ace of Swords is coming out, and you see this one sword where he's lying on top of it, maybe prayers, petitions, you know, or simply just rumination on other projections, spoken words. And then we see here these 3 of Swords, like it really is coming from within. So no matter the external, you know, reflection of people, places, situations, and things, and the triggers and the spite, like it's kind of irrelevant in regards to the core root of what is actually going on. Okay, there has been some abandonment, there's abandonment wounds, there's heartbreak, lying, stealing, cheating, infidelity for some of y'all. But overall, it's the abandonment, whether you left your lover or a lover left you, there's a wound there, and you must activate, connect to your divine mother to truly move through this. You must connect to wisdom. Wisdom gives you the answers for that which you have experienced, the reason why. So if the river flows this way, is the oracle card here for your today, Aries. We do have essential meaning, the importance of going with the flow, feeling the sense of being one with the currents of life, trusting you will never drown, as your destiny wants you to go this way. Just remember, you can never drown. You can always, you know, ask for Jesus to lift you out of the pummels of the ocean, of the waves. However, you can swim, okay? You're not going to drown, you can swim. So the flow state is a way of surrendering and trusting the benevolent forces of life. It's surprising that we don't spend more time here, as it's an amazing creative place to be, magical and peaceful, yet brimming with potential. Flow is a state that's readily accessible through any activity that captures your efforts, focus, such as meditation, dancing, painting, or even taking a shower. Right now, Aries, you're being invited and guided to go with the flow, to allow the currents of life to move you forward. You don't need to struggle, to plan or strategize, to resist or push. This is not about effort. This magical river knows where it's going and where you fit into its plans. Allowing and surrendering is what's called for now. So no matter if the water becomes choppy or feels like it's carrying you away, you will not drown. This is one of the most creative and life-enhancing times for you, Aries, and all you must do is allow. When your inspired ideas come to the surface, follow along. Whatever is calling for your attention, immerse yourself in air and see where it takes you. If the river flows this way, go with the current. For only the highest good, just keep doing what you've been doing, weaving your dreams and desires in a graceful rhythm, and all will be well. So again, I can see like the angels are encamped around you. Just know that you, in one dimension, you have more support in non-physical than in the physical. Tap into that angelic presence. Again, Jesus is the way, the truth, the life. Praying to him, like this is coming through with the mental body of existence. Communication is being encouraged. Communicate to God first, and then the rest will flow in regards to communicating with others. But I hope this reading has helped your Aries. I'll see you on the other side. Namaste. Amen.